First up, Paul Burrell, who, of course, we know as Diana's butler right up until her death in 1997. Now, he says that Harry is only staying in his marriage so he can watch Archie and Lilibet grow up. Just now, a devastating revelation has surfaced about Prince Harry attempting to alert others to looming troubles. I tried to warn her. This new twist deepens the rift that is ripping Prince William and Prince Harry apart, shattering what seemed an unbreakable bond within the royal family. What secrets are so dire they could rock the palace to its core? Tune in as we delve into the dark forces pulling at the very fabric of their brotherhood. The royal rift exposed. The British royal family might want to keep this quiet, but there's a growing divide within Buckingham Palace. Prince William and Harry, who used to be inseparable, are now dealing with a strained relationship that's turned into a major rift. People who follow royal news can't stop talking about it. A recent video has surfaced, giving us a closer look at what has caused the tension between the brothers and revealing more about their complicated lives as royals. Just as the rumors reach a fever pitch, an undisclosed source leaks a document that could potentially alter the royal lineage forever. The video encourages viewers to watch quickly, suggesting that it contains some pressing truths about the two princes. William was born on June 21, 1982, and Harry followed on September 15, 1984. From the moment they were born, they were surrounded by luxury and high expectations. They were meant to represent a new, modern era for the monarchy. Despite growing up in the grand settings of Kensington Palace and Highgrove House, their childhoods had a mix of extraordinary and ordinary moments. They went to top schools, played in royal gardens, and met important world leaders, but they also had family vacations at Balmoral Castle. Their mother, Princess Diana, worked hard to give them a sense of normal life. She took them to amusement parks, fast food places, and involved them in charity work. Diana's way of raising them left a lasting mark, teaching them the importance of kindness, giving back, and staying grounded even with their royal status. The two attended many public and private events together, and their shared interests, like polo, only strengthened their bond. They seemed so in sync with one another, often understanding each other without words. Together, they navigated the challenges of being royals, a life that few can fully understand. But things weren't always easy. The picture-perfect childhood was disrupted when their parents separated in 1992, followed by a messy and very public divorce. As they grew up, they were used to being in the spotlight, but during this time, the media's attention grew even more intense. Then came one of the hardest moments in their lives. On August 31, 1997, they lost their mother in a tragic car accident in Paris. The image of 15-year-old William and 12-year-old Harry walking behind Diana's casket left a lasting mark on the world, showing their pain in the face of unimaginable loss. That tragedy brought the brothers closer than ever. They leaned on each other, supporting one another through their grief and dealing with the never-ending media attention that followed them everywhere. William often took on the role of the steady, responsible brother, while Harry had a more rebellious and carefree side. Yet, no matter their differences, their bond stayed strong, and they found comfort in each other as they faced the challenges of royal life. Their shared experiences, the loss of their mother and the pressures of being in the public eye, created a bond that seemed unbreakable. Together, they tackled the responsibilities of their heritage, their roles as public figures, and the enormous expectations placed upon them. But even though they seemed inseparable, cracks began to appear later on, leading to the situation we see now. For a long time, it seemed like nothing could come between the two. To the world, they were the faces of the British royal family. Both the palace and the press shaped their public image, showing them as a duo that could change the monarchy for the better. William, always calm and responsible, was seen as the ideal future king. Harry, full of charm and humor, was the likable spare, offering a more down-to-earth alternative to his older brother. Together, they represented a fresh version of royalty, one that could connect with younger generations while still honoring the traditions of the past. Photos of them standing side by side often filled newspapers and TV screens, with their close bond clear through their smiles and easy conversation. Whether they were doing charity work, fulfilling royal duties, or playing polo together, they appeared to be the perfect example of brotherly love. As tensions grew, the brothers faced changes that could shift their paths forever. A Tale of Two Princes, the press loved to promote this image, showing them as inseparable brothers who would lead the royal family into the future. The public adored them too, seeing them as continuing their mother Princess Diana's legacy, especially through their charity work. They supported each other's causes, and their joint projects, like the Heads Together mental health campaign, highlighted their strong partnership. This united front helped boost the monarchy's reputation and reassured people who had watched the two grow up in the public eye. To many, they were symbols of hope for the royal family's future. But as perfect as things seemed on the surface, there were hints that not everything was smooth behind the scenes. Despite their close bond, the brothers' different personalities and views on their royal duties sometimes caused tension. William, knowing he would one day be king, was always more careful and respectful of tradition. Harry, on the other hand, struggled with the restrictions that came with being a royal. His more free-spirited personality often clashed with the strict expectations of royal life. At first, these differences were small, like when Harry occasionally ran into trouble with the press or showed discomfort with the constant media attention. But these were early signs of a larger divide that would become more obvious over time. Even though they kept up appearances in public, those who knew them well could sense that their paths were starting to diverge. During some of their joint appearances, William's careful and diplomatic approach would sometimes clash with Harry's more straightforward style. Behind the scenes, there were also disagreements about how to handle the media, their roles within the royal family, and how to honor their mother's memory. Despite these growing tensions, they stayed committed to their bond. Having gone through so much together, their relationship wasn't easily shaken. But as they got older, the challenges they once dealt with easily became harder to navigate. This set the stage for more significant changes ahead. It's important to remember that the public only sees part of the story. Much of what happens behind royal doors stays private due to the family's preference for keeping things discreet. Understanding their relationship fully means keeping in mind that there are complexities we may never fully know. From a young age, William carried a lot of responsibilities and faced high expectations. This shaped his childhood and the decisions he made as he grew up. His education, military training, and public roles were all designed to prepare him for his future as the King of the United Kingdom. The weight of becoming king was always on his shoulders. His life was built around duty and tradition, and everything he did was closely watched, not only by the public and media but also by his royal family, who expected a lot from him. He knew that his actions could have a lasting effect on both the monarchy and the country. He took his role seriously, always striving to put his family first and create a stable, loving home. His marriage to Kate Middleton in 2011 was a key moment, boosting his image as a reliable leader who was meant to be king. Together, William and Kate worked hard to mix modern values with old traditions, making sure the monarchy stayed relevant. As he took on more and more duties, the differences between him and his younger brother Harry became more obvious. While William embraced the monarchy's tradition, Harry felt increasingly out of place. His role seemed less important, often in William's shadow. He struggled to figure out where he fit in the royal family, feeling lost in a world that valued sticking to tradition. William seemed to handle his royal duties with ease, while the expectations felt too overwhelming for Harry, who sought other ways to find his purpose. Finding his own way, Harry challenged royal norms and sparked major changes beneath the dark crown. But this wasn't the hardest part for him. When he joined the military, he finally felt like he had a sense of identity and pride that he couldn't find anywhere else. Serving in the British Army, including 2 tours in Afghanistan, gave him a sense of belonging. It was so different from the royal life he knew. However, even the military couldn't fully protect him from the pressures of being a royal. After his service, he returned to the public eye with more scrutiny on how he would handle his royal duties. Despite his accomplishments, he struggled to meet the high expectations placed on him. His private life was constantly under the microscope, and this made the differences between him and William even clearer. William, always aware of his future as king, focused on maintaining the traditions and responsibilities of the monarchy. He was cautious about his actions, both in public and private, to avoid any controversy. On the other hand, Harry became more vocal about his discomfort with the rigid expectations of royal life. He was frustrated by the lack of privacy and the constant pressure to be someone he didn't feel aligned with. As they grew older, William and Harry's views of their roles in the royal family drifted further apart. Small disagreements that they once managed to work through now became bigger problems, creating a noticeable distance between them. As both brothers entered adulthood, marriage became a big part of their lives, shaping their paths even more. William's marriage to Kate Middleton strengthened his place in the royal family. Meanwhile, Harry's relationships, especially his marriage to Meghan Markle, brought new challenges and joys to the royal family. William and Kate's love story, which started at the University of St. Andrews, charmed the world and was often seen as a modern-day fairy tale. Kate, once an ordinary woman from a well-known family, brought fresh energy to the royal family with her grace, charm, and ability to handle the constant attention of the press. Her calm and composed presence made her the perfect match for William, who was on the path to becoming king. When they got engaged in 2010 and later married in April 2011, it was a moment of celebration for the monarchy. Their grand wedding, watched by millions around the world, wasn't just a personal victory for them, it also helped strengthen the long-standing traditions of the royal family. For William, marrying Kate was an important step toward his future as king. Together, they represented a modern but respectful face of royalty, mixing new ideas with old royal traditions. William's relationship with Kate remained steady and traditional, a sharp contrast to Harry, whose love life was often more unpredictable. Before settling down, Harry was known for dating several women, some of whom didn't have aristocratic backgrounds, drawing lots of attention from the public and media. These relationships were often watched closely by those invested in royal traditions, but none led to marriage. The biggest change came when Harry met Meghan, an American actress who was different from the usual royal partners. She came from a mixed-race background, had been married before, and had already built a successful career. Meghan's arrival in Harry's life was a clear departure from the norm, and their relationship quickly became a major topic in the media. People were fascinated by her race, her previous marriage, and how different she was from past royal spouses. In 2017, Harry and Meghan announced their engagement, which was a big moment. Their wedding in May 2018 was seen as a positive step toward modernizing the royal family. However, it also highlighted how different the lives of Harry and William were becoming, both personally and in their royal duties. Harry even gave a quiet warning to William, hinting at the growing differences between them that needed to be addressed. A big decision was coming that could change everything for the royal family, Harry and Meghan's bold exit. But that wasn't the biggest turning point. The real shock came when Harry and Meghan decided to step back from their senior royal roles. This move, which the media dubbed Megxit, sent waves through the royal family and caught global attention. Their choice deeply affected the relationship between Harry and William. The events leading up to this decision were filled with growing issues, especially as the couple faced harsh criticism from the media. Meghan, in particular, was often the target of negative stories from the British press. But stepping away from royal duties wasn't just about media pressure. It also signaled the deep differences that had grown between Harry and the rest of the royal family. Behind the scenes, Harry and Meghan faced difficulties adjusting to the demanding life of the royal family. The traditional duties and expectations clashed with their own values and goals. They wanted to focus on causes close to their hearts, like mental health and social justice, but felt restricted by royal rules. Even though they tried to create a more modern role within the royal family, they faced resistance from both the institution and public opinion. In January 2020, they made a bold decision. They announced they would step back. Back as senior members of the royal family, they aimed for financial independence. This choice came after many private discussions and growing frustration. Their main goal was to gain freedom and raise their son Archie away from the pressures of royal life. Their announcement on social media explained their plan to split their time between the UK and North America while still supporting the Queen and working on their personal projects. William saw this as a very personal decision but worried it could have big consequences for the royal family. As the future king, he valued unity and tradition, but this wasn't the worst part. Harry and Meghan's exit shook the royal circle and sparked debates about the monarchy's relevance in today's world. The brothers, once very close, started to grow apart. Always loyal to his royal duties, William now had the added stress of keeping the monarchy's image intact. This decision also hurt their personal relationship, leaving him struggling to understand his brother's choice. Their split led to more tension and growing resentment. The media frenzy after their departure stirred endless speculation about deeper issues in the royal family. The term Megxit became a buzzword, representing more than just Harry and Meghan's exit. It symbolized a major turning point in the royal family's history. Behind closed doors, things remained tense. Reports showed that communication between Harry and him had worsened, leading to hard conversations about the fallout of their split. Then another challenge came up in 2018. Rumors about his possible infidelity resurfaced. While many of these rumors are often baseless, it became yet another strain on the already fragile relationship between the brothers, making the family dynamics even more complicated. Kate Middleton and his life together isn't always as perfect as it looks from the outside. There were rumors about him possibly having a romantic relationship with Rose Hanbury, which made a lot of people curious. These rumors first popped up in 2018 when she was pregnant with her third child, Louis, but it wasn't until 2019 that the gossip really spread. If any of these rumors were true, it would mean things weren't going so smoothly in their marriage. When she heard about these rumors, it was said that he laughed them off. This was a surprising reaction, especially since they were about to welcome a new baby. Laughing about something this serious isn't very common. There were also reports that he denied everything when she asked him about his connection to Rose Hanbury, someone they had once been close friends with. This friendship started to be questioned when people began to talk about a possible affair. According to the Daily Beast, he completely denied all the accusations when she brought them up. Rumors and troubles tested their picture-perfect life, revealing deeper issues, untold rumors, and truths. But that wasn't the worst part. A reporter from the Times of London hinted on social media that they knew about the scandal before later deleting the post. At the same time, there were rumors that she told him he had to cut off all contact with Rose and end their friendship. It's not easy to completely cut someone out of your life, especially when you're in the public eye and everyone is watching your every move. In Touch magazine claimed that she took strong steps to distance herself and him from Rose and her partner, telling him to stop talking to them completely. This kind of reaction is pretty common when someone thinks their partner might be unfaithful. More reports came out that added to the gossip, making people wonder about the state of their relationship, which always seemed so perfect. The royal family is known for having a flawless public image and keeping their private lives very secret, but these rumors about his possible affair made people see that their marriage might have some problems. An insider told In Touch that even though the couple looks polished and happy in public, they go through struggles like any other couple. This became more obvious when she started acting differently towards Rose after the rumor came out. Still, the most awkward part was yet to come. She and Rose, who are the same age and share similar social circles, stopped talking about their friendship after the scandal. When they saw each other at events, she kept her distance, showing that things had definitely changed. Insiders said that even though the gossip was still going, she decided to put space between herself and Rose, changing their once close friendship completely. There seems to be a growing tension between Rose and her, mostly due to rumors about him being unfaithful. She feels it's best to distance herself and him from Rose and her partner, according to a source in The Sun. However, cutting them off isn't easy because he is close friends with Rose's husband, and he's trying to smooth things over between her and Rose. Despite the social status of Rose and her husband, many believe she will eventually succeed in distancing them from her life. When the rumors first surfaced, she reportedly sought comfort at her parents' house. Dealing with personal matters while being constantly watched by the media is never easy. The media, known for spinning stories quickly, has often circulated rumors about her and their relationship over the years. Through it all, she has remained calm in public, but the recent rumors seem to have affected her more deeply. The Globe reported that she turned to her parents after hearing about the allegations involving Rose. It was said that her mother found her visibly upset and crying, overwhelmed by the strain in her marriage. Some suggest that her emotional state led her to confront him when he came back, but it's important to note that the Globe is the only outlet mentioning this, so it's hard to say if it's true. Multiple outlets are covering the alleged affair, each speculating on how the couple is handling the situation. Whether or not we'll ever get the full story is doubtful, as they are known for keeping their relationship private. If there is any truth to the rumors about him and Rose, it could be fueling other issues within the group of friends they're part of, potentially affecting their marriage even more. The royal family is famous for handling their struggles with grace and privacy. Prince Harry, for example, has openly discussed his complicated relationship with his brother. This has only drawn more attention to the royal family. Recently, a statement made by Harry about them brought even more focus on their strained family ties. In a newly released part of Harry and Meghan Markle's Netflix documentary, Harry shares bold comments about their family dynamics, including rumors that started after they stepped away from royal duties in 2020. These claims have reignited discussions about the rift between the brothers. Despite the royal family's efforts to stay private, the public continues to dig deeper into their personal lives, especially with these ongoing rumors. What are your thoughts on Prince Harry's revelations? Do you think they'll ever reconcile? Like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on royal family dynamics.